All right, folks, welcome back to Capone's Flight Empire, where things are about to take a huge turn. If you've been following along, you already know Capone has been running a finely tuned financial strategy, flying the aircraft with the biggest deficit to squeeze out maximum profits while letting the rest of the fleet rake in passive income. It's a solid plan, but recently, things have taken an unexpected twist. See, everything was working great when the missions lasted over an hour. The idea was simple. If Capone was in the pilot's seat, he'd earn a fixed mission payout, something way more lucrative than any passive income. Meanwhile, all the other aircraft would be chilling in the background, generating money just for existing. And since every aircraft was getting washed and serviced every time one of them flew, there was never a single plane sitting around inoperable. It was clean, it was efficient, it was working. But then came the Airbus H125, and oh boy, did it throw a wrench in the system. This chopper has been a money-making machine with its cargo drop missions, each one paying a ridiculous 100,000 plus credits for just 15 minutes of flight time. Sounds great, right? Well, not exactly. See, the problem isn't the money. It's what that short flight time is doing to maintenance costs. Every time the H125 goes up, it racks up flight time fast. And because Capone had been servicing all aircraft every single time one was flown, the shorter flights meant maintenance was happening way too often. Instead of servicing aircraft after a full day's worth of flight time, some of them were getting checked, washed, and reset multiple times in just 1 hour. That means paying for several rounds of maintenance just to keep up. And those costs? Yeah, they add up fast. So while the money is still coming in, the rate of profit growth has slowed down dramatically. More flights, more maintenance cycles, more expenses. It's like trying to fill up a bathtub with the drain wide open. You might be making money, but you're paying it right back out just as fast. That's not the kind of empire Capone is building. So here's the new master plan. And trust me, this one's gonna change everything. Every single aircraft in the fleet is getting sold. Yeah, you heard that right. Every thousand single. 1. The numbers say that if everything is sold together, the total amount will be more than what was originally spent on these aircraft, which means Capone walks away in the green. Once that happens, he's buying back the entire fleet, but this time, brand new. That means no lingering maintenance costs, no wear and tear, just fresh, untouched aircraft that are fully optimized for the next phase of operations. And this time, the maintenance strategy is completely different. Instead of servicing aircraft every single time one gets flown, maintenance will now be done once every 24 hours, at exactly midnight. That means every aircraft gets a full workday to make as much money as possible before any service costs come into play. No more unnecessary wash cycles, no more wasted checkups, and most importantly, a clear, structured maintenance schedule that keeps costs low and profits high. Let's put this into perspective. Before, if Capone flew the H125 3 or 4 times in an hour, every aircraft in the fleet was getting serviced multiple times per real-world hour. Now, if the H125 gets flown 10, 20, even 30 times in a day, maintenance won't happen until the next reset at midnight. That means every aircraft in the fleet has the entire day to generate as much passive income as possible before a single credit is spent on upkeep. That's efficiency. That's control. And that's exactly how you turn a slow profit trickle into an absolute financial flood. And let's not forget the real kicker here. By having all aircraft serviced at the same time, it creates a perfect financial snapshot. No more guessing about how much maintenance costs are cutting into profits. Now, every single day, Capone will know exactly how much his fleet is earning versus how much it's costing to keep them running. This is next level strategy. So, what does this mean for Capone's flight empire? Well, for starters, it means the next 24 hours are going to be critical. The first flights after the reset will set the tone for how profitable this new strategy really is. The fleet will be completely fresh, maintenance costs will be under control, and Capone will be laser focused on flying the biggest deficit aircraft to rake in those massive payouts. This is about precision now, minimizing expenses, maximizing earnings, and making sure every single credit is being used as efficiently as possible. Now, I know what you're thinking. What happens next? Is this new strategy actually going to work? Well, the best way to find out is to see it in action. And that's exactly what's about to happen. Capone will be streaming this weekend on his Twitch channel, flying the first missions under this brand new system. That means by the beginning of next week, we'll have hard results. We'll see exactly how much each aircraft earned, how much the maintenance changes saved, and most importantly, whether this was the right move or not. So if you're as invested in this empire as I am, you don't want to miss this. Get ready for one of the most important financial resets in Capone's flight empire history. The pieces are in place, the strategy is sound, and now it's time to see if this empire can truly take off. Stay tuned.